Alright, welcome back to the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2020 tournament. We've got Microsoft Dota DOS versus Google Cloud players, and this is the playoffs round of 16. This was played almost a week ago now, so it's going to be played on probably 7.26b. So what happened was that there was a patch that came out like 3 hours after the regular time the games were scheduled to play. So all the games are scheduled to be played at noon on Saturday, and then the patch came out on like Saturday afternoon. So I don't know if this was played on time or not. Like my game, for instance, was played on the next day, so I was like on a different patch. So we'll see what's going on in this game. Not too much change between patches, but the tooltips are going to be really weird. It's going to be a little bit unclear. I could probably find out based on like the replay ID and then like what time the replay happened. Based on the match ID, so it seems like a lot of effort right now. We'll just go with the assumption that this is 7.26b. I've got a lot of games to cast. Let me tell you that. There's every match is a best of 3, starting with the playoffs, and this will be the heaviest week because there are 8 matches, 8 best of 3s to cast. We should expect this one to be a little bit more stompy, at least like. Google Cloud players is definitely like one of the top 4 teams, I think, in this tournament. So I think they're 4th seed, I think. So definitely up there, and that conversely that means Dota DOS is like down the bottom somewhere. So we're probably gonna see that this round of 16 is a little bit stompy compared to the rest of it. So hopefully after the round of 8 starts, the matches will be a lot more close, at least comparatively to this like round of 16. But this draft is coming underway. It's taking a long time to get through this first banning phase, which is usually this phase like flies by, but some interesting bans coming out here. Bane has been very successful for Google Cloud players in the past. They played it 4 times, and same with Legion Commander, so Dota does have done their homework a little bit, which is pretty respectable. From the side of Google Cloud players, it seems like relatively meta bans. The Willow is a bit interesting. I think she's like starting to come back in. We saw in the Google Cloud, OK Google Pick Techies versus Raytheon games how effective this Dark Willow actually is. It was picked up in all 3 games by Google, and it did work in 2 of the 3 games. The 3rd game, I didn't really feel the impact as much, but it was still like pretty strong. I think it was more that they got crushed by that Ursa, the Ursa Coddle lane, which is quite surprising. But Jakiro going to be the first pick here, and opening with a Razor this early on. That's not something you see too often, because you usually want to pick Razor to counter a lane really hard. And so usually like you wait for some picks to come out, and there's like, okay, this is the Razor game. But also picking it this early does have some benefits. Razor can be played in all 3 lanes pretty reliably. So we'll probably see the 2 supports picked up next for Google Cloud players. So the ball is in Dota DOS's court right now. They need to pick cores that can deal with Razor. So usually you're looking for some mobility, some sort of blink like Quap or anti-mage, or like some sort of like escape mechanism like Shikuchi. Sometimes we see Weavers come out. That's not that common. And Warlock is going to come out as well. This is not a hero that's very popular at all. I feel like this hero is not good right now. His mana costs are a little bit too high. You can't just spam Fatal Bonds like he used to. I mean, there was that one patch where he was like, Warlock was god tier, and that age is gone now, thankfully, because it was pretty painful getting Fatal Bonds to the creeps every creep wave. I'm curious about this Warlock pick. We might see like a more slower paced draft come out of Google Cloud players, like a Spectre maybe. I feel like that's like the main application of Warlock right now. And Rubik gonna be the pickup for Dota DOS. So this is a hero that can help his offlane partner do well against Razor at least. You can always push them back with the telekinesis in case Razor does a static link. So even if they pick a melee strength offlaner, I think it'll be fine for the most part if they're up against Razor. So what does Rubik pick usually? What we normally see with Rubik in lane is Centaur, because you can do again telekinesis into a wall stomp, and that's a hoof stomp. I don't even know what it's called, but it's pretty strong. I think Rubik is not the strongest laner myself. You can try to trade with other supports. Like he'll be able to trade with Warlock just fine.
10 seconds to pick. Entire team pick.
Puck is going to be the banner. Viper banner. Maybe you'll see Ember Spirit. I don't know. I don't think Google Cloud players should keep picking cores yet. They have the last pick, so they can afford to pick another support right now. They know who they're up against, the support duo. This support duo doesn't seem that strong. They have a lot of crowd control, but it's all very like. I guess you can like telekinesis into Ice Path, but like as the game progresses, that combo gets harder and harder to do. Oh, Wind Ranger. I kind of feel like mid is the only place for Wind Ranger right now. She does need a good start. Like I don't think a support Wind Ranger, like a position for Wind Ranger, could be that impactful. It's very like hit or miss, right? Like you either land the shackle and you're a god, or you don't land the shackle and you're useless for like the next 10 seconds. So it's a very high risk play to put Wind Ranger in a support role. Oh, Bristleback. Rubik Bristleback it seems like a scary enough lane, right? Like it's pretty difficult to deal with. There's a lot of damage coming out from the Fade Bolt, and you also can get telekinesis backed into the Bristleback. You can get like another quill spray off as well. It can help you close out the kill. But if they give Bristleback a hard lane, then, well, they're up against a Warlock, so Warlock's not going to be able to do a whole lot against Bristleback. And is this going to be a safe lane Razor? Are they going to put Razor Warlock? That seems okay. The level 1 telekinesis cooldown is really long, so I think it's longer than the static link, so you can potentially have an opening when that happens. I don't really know what's going on with Google Cloud Players draft right now. Slark. Okay. A Slark Warlock lane. I mean, this I feel like could be okay against the Bristle Rubik. Like you can't dispel the Quill Spray stacks with Shadow Dark Pact, but you can get rid of Nasal Goo. So if Bristleback decides to like not skill Bristleback for like, you know, to play more aggressively, it's not really going to work.
Phantom Assassin.
Oh, PA. It's like, I mean, she has a mobility skill, but like it's not. I guess you just have to count on your lane partner to be in position, right? So making sure you can blink strike out of that the static link. I feel like at this point, oh, that doesn't seem like a good lane for Razor either. Where are they going to put this Razor? Queen of Pain is mana. It seems like it's going to be a mid Razor, right? Like the other lanes don't seem very good. If it, you know what? Like if you put Razor against Bristleback, where is Slark going to go? I don't think you want to put Slark against PA. It seems really annoying for the Slark. You just like eat daggers constantly throughout the laning phase and get whittled down. This should be a support Wind Ranger, right? That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. It could be an offlane Wind Ranger as well, and then like a mid Razor, but I'm not big on that either. I don't know what's going on, dude. From Dota Dust, I would like to see some, yeah, I mean, Puck would be great for them. Someone to start fights for them from the mid lane. Tide Hunting could be the final man. So they think Razor's mid and Wind Ranger's support as well. I would have to agree with that. Yeah, Dota Dust, I think they need some more team fight, right? Like they have Rubik's great for single target. His steals aren't that great this game. Jakiro is pretty unreliable, but so it's not great either. Bristle and PA don't really give any of that. I don't know. I think a Void Spirit could be okay here for them. It gives, but dropping his Razor in mid, Bloodseeker. I mean, it's great against Slark. Monkey King! What the hell is going on in this game? Okay, so it, I mean, Bloodseeker is great against Slark. He's going to be up against a, oh, okay, so Diablo, I think, is usually the offlane player for Google Cloud players. So this Monkey King's going mid against Bloodseeker. That actually seems like a really hard lane for Bloodseeker. Being melee against Monkey King usually ends pretty poorly for you. And then it'll be Razor up against the PA, which it doesn't seem like the worst. I think Jakiro will have to like position really well to help the PA get out of these static links. Otherwise, the PA is gonna just not gonna be able to do a whole lot. Dual ranged as well against PA. I think the laning phase should probably go in favor of Google Cloud players. They seem like easier to execute. I don't know, maybe Dota Dust can prove me otherwise. I'd be excited to be proven wrong and get a closer game, because I don't want to see a stop. That's what I don't want to see. Alright, let's introduce the teams real quick. On the side of Microsoft Dota Dust, we've got God Gamer Bob Russ on the Bloodseeker, Stanky Danky on the PA, Old Driver on the Rubik, iHerja on the Jakiro, and Pemisily on the Bristleback. Now that's going to be really hard to say as well. Oh, there's a pause. Alright, we'll try and do this. I can't see the names. I can't read Monkey King's name anyway because it's in Chinese. So, and he's got a DC as well. Kirito on the Slark, LSTM on the Warlock, JC on the Wind Ranger, and Diablo on the Razor. So, the offlane Razor, he is not going to start with a Windlace. But he did start with Static Link. Let's see. PA is a lot faster. Has the dagger to slow down. It's only 1 second. Oh, I guess it used to be 1, 2, 3, 4 as the slow, but they've kind of made it a bit better at level 1. I don't think this Razor is going to have the easiest lane. Slark, I think, will do okay in his lane because he's got the Warlock to back him up, so just spam that Shadow Word. Once Slark hits level 6, then like he can do whatever, right? Like, there's no way for the Bristleback to contest the Slark anymore. Bristle does a lot of damage over time. He's not very bursty, and Slark is great against those kinds of heroes. And mid lane, I haven't seen this matchup myself, but I can't imagine it going well for Bloodseeker. I could possibly see him just like spam Blood Right and then go to the jungle or something, but like you can't really do that till level 3 anyway. These first 2 waves are going to be a little bit rough for the Bloodseeker, I think. What's the base damage like? Bloodseeker has a small advantage. He has the Blood Rage as well if he wants to sustain against this Monkey King. It is going to be the position for Wind Ranger.
30 seconds to battle.
You just stick because you're you buy a stick because you're up against PA. That makes sense. Probably see Power Shot at level 1. I think the other two spells, I don't know, maybe we'll see Wind Run at level 1, but that doesn't feel good usually. It's like the cooldown's pretty long at level 1 and you don't get any damage out of it. She doesn't hit very hard early on either. Alright, we'll see how these bounty runes go. Seems like top lane. Alright, level 1 Shadow Word. Oh, big link onto Stanky Danky. That was pretty much a full link. And Razor's gonna hit pretty hard here.
So they rushed eagerly to battle.
Force them to burn some regen early on. Wind Ranger did not skill anything yet. Gonna let that bounty rune ferment a little bit here. I mean, this is kind of what I feel like is going to happen, right? Monkey King, he's just going to stand really aggressively and then hit the Bloodseeker as soon as he tries to come up. He has the point in Blood right early on. So it's gonna dig into his sustain a little bit. He's gonna pull the wave. I think this is really smart. You don't want to play this lane normally, right? You just want to try and force the lane to be in an awkward situation so Monkey King can't really hit you. But he's gonna pull the creeps into the tower right now. Kind of means it's gonna push back. He's got more creeps coming his way. Don't think Monkey King should probably die for this one. No. Okay. That's bot lane going. PA only one last hit so far. Not really going to be able to get close to last hit until level 2 at least. He skilled Dagger at level 1. I possibly think like you could try and make an adaptation here and skill Phantom Strike at level 1 to make sure you don't get static linked. Because this level 1 Dagger, the cast range is pretty awful. Top lane. I think this is going to be a bit of a snooze fest at top. Like, anytime Slark gets remotely low, just Shadow Word him. I'm hoping to see level 2 Shadow Word, even though it doesn't scale very well compared to like the Fatal Buns. I think the second point will be pretty valuable in this lane. So Google Cloud players, they're taking the lead in CS early on. I think this is probably expected. Oh, I feel like Bristleback should probably be doing a little bit better in this lane. Oh man, Monkey King has a full level advantage on the Bloodseeker already. And the problem is like he skilled this Thirst, but his teammates aren't able to like provide the damage output on the side lanes to give him that advantage he needs. Like Slack is just going to constantly get healed up by this Shadow Word, and in the bot lane, I mean Windrun, level 1 it seems, and she's going to be untouchable. Like you can't really harass her, so it's just the dual breath right now, and it's not really enough damage, at least for this Thirst to be useful, right? You need to get them low. Or Driver's going to disrupt the pull, but it goes through anyway, so he didn't succeed in his job there, and he gets pounced. I think he should be okay. I think Warlock is looking for the Shadow Word here. Too bad you don't get move speed from agility anymore. Permanently is going low as well. Just feeding this Luck Essence shift charges. Jakira has decided he needs to go back to base. He's quite low. I think this lane is going to snowball a little bit out of control for Stanky Danky here. I'm not sure how he's going to be able to continue farming. Wind Ranger's going to pull the wave back into the neutral camp, so going to put her in a pretty precarious position. She needs to know. He needs to know this is happening, right? Like the creeps aren't showing up, so the pull must be happening. The problem is Jakira can't scout Monkey King. Just threatening here. This is like a sign of a good Monkey King player, as they don't dive for the 4th stack. And Bristleback actually dies. it did it. Pounce and S shift. That's all you need. Alright, finally some thirst stacks coming in for God Given Bob Ross. He actually... Okay, no, for some reason I thought Monkey King was still level 4. I'm like, how did that happen? If the benefit is Monkey King can't really threaten the Bloodseeker with level 6 because like what are you gonna do? Wukong's command. We probably won't even see Wukong command skilled up until like much later. Alright, 5-minute batteries. Looks like it's going to be 2 for 2. Diablo getting the static link onto the PA here. He doesn't have a blink strike for a little bit and he seems like he's gonna die. He has the pointed blood. Can he get lucky with the misses? I saw one miss at least, but Jakira is also in a bit of trouble here. Looks like they're both gonna survive, but they took a lot of damage and there's no salve on either hero right now. Rubik, he's making a rotation for mid, but I don't think they're gonna be able to get this. What avenues do they have? The telekinesis, but he's not gonna get hit by the blood right. And he's still got the Boundless Strike. He's going to heal up a lot out of this. Wind Ranger and Warlock have made their way mid and out as well. Rubik is in a ton of trouble. There's an Alpha Venom on Monkey King as well. Blood Right will zone them out for a little bit, but Monkey King's looking for this. He has boots. Will be able to kill. Oh, that was Old Driver's boots. Oh man, that's bad. It's also not a terrible time to leave top lane either. Let Slut get some solo experience so he can get to level 6 a bit faster. So once he gets to level 6, there's no reason for Warlock to be in this lane anymore. He can come, but put more pressure on this PA, who is suffering a little bit. He only has 8 last hits. Jakiro, in the meantime, is getting quite low. The dagger will slow the Razor down a bit. He's going to get the kill with the static link. And Diablo's getting really low though. Stanky Dinky actually gets the return kill here. Nice patience, hiding in the trees, and will give him some opportunities to catch up a bit. He's really far behind though. Only 8 last hits is poorer than a lot of almost as poor as the Wind Ranger, who has 4. Oh, the DD spotted by Bloodseeker. I wonder if he's going to try and make a rotation with this. I don't see how he can possibly kill this Monkey King right now. Well, lane 3 here is showing up now. The static link, nice blink strike away from Stanky Danky, but he still loses a lot of damage. He loses 43, a pretty significant amount this early on. But Diablo, he's getting quite low as well. There's another dagger available. It's going to go out. I think Diablo's in a lot of trouble actually. And he's 20 damage last hits. The shackle shot will connect and healing Shadow Word not enough to save the Razor. Fate Bolt finishes him off, and Warlock's shown up now as well. I like the moves from the supports to show up here because PA having a really bad time, and Bristle, he's just gonna do bristleback things, try and like spot the jungle a bit. The problem is only level 4 against this level 6 Slack, and I feel like Slack, he might be able to solo kill this bristleback. The pounce comes out now. He starts the Shadow Dance as well, and can he get it? It's not going to be enough. Didn't want to commit Shadow Dance there to get the bonus move speed. It would have been very close. I think it was pretty risky. But everyone is really low level on the side of Google Cloud Play. Not Dota DOS right now. I feel like maybe God gave a Bob Ross needs to try and make a rotation. And another static link on from the Razor, and Shackle Shot actually connects. And looks like Shakira is a goner. But the good news is PA still has a lot of damage. Diablo pops the Eye of the Storm now. Bloodseeker's shown up, but there's no telekinesis anymore. They're not going to be able to kill this Razor. Failed rotation from God Gamer Bob Ross. Rubik, he really needed to hold that telekinesis because they had no other way to cancel TPs in this lane. Jakiro has an early point in Ice Path. I mean, it's level 4, so it's not that early anymore, but he died already, so it was really up to this Rubik. So nice heads up play from Diablo there, just TPing out, so he knows there's nothing to stop him. And meanwhile, Monkey King's hit level 8 now. Go for an Echo Saber. I am curious what else he's going to go for. I feel like most Monkey Kings these days are going for Ags Radiance, or Radiance Ags, but from the mid lane, I don't think that's necessarily the right move. He needs to make space for this Slark, right? Slark is still like a bit of a late game monster. He needs a lot of farm to begin with. I will say that like, if PA can get farm, they can definitely come back into this game, but she's so far behind right now. I'm not really seeing a way in. Like, you need to get off to a good start with PA. It's very hard to catch up. There's no power. Stanky Danky is level 6. The shackle shot's going to latch again. Kira's going to die one more time. We've seen this movie before. 10-minute batteries are going to come out now. At least 3 picked up for Google Cloud players. So be an even bigger boost. And I think they're like pretty far ahead on experience as well. They managed to keep an outpost at least. Doesn't seem like Razor was interested in grabbing it when he walked by earlier. I don't know, I feel like maybe God Game and Bob Ross, he's gonna try and make some moves, right? Razor, so Slark would be a huge kill as well. But I don't know how he's gonna get that kill. They need to bring Rubik at least, someone with a disable, but I feel like he just Shadow Dance TP out of there and there's nothing to really stop it. Maybe bring Jakiro instead. Oh, nice neutral camp snipe by Old Driver. The telekinesis doesn't toss him towards. What is God Game and Bob Ross waiting for? Like, he has the rupture, another pounce onto this bristleback. The pings come out. He wants help, but it should be okay. Meanwhile, JC gets another kill onto the Jakiro in there. God Game and Bob Ross has made his way bot now. Rubik, he has telekinesis in 8 seconds, so they need to wait for it to come off cooldown before they blow the rupture. They're gonna run into the Razor now, and the rupture gets popped. The Golem comes out. Looks like Razor. Oh, actually, I feel like they could have killed him with the rupture damage there, but instead, that's a lot of extra damage taken on God Game and Bob Ross before they got the kill. If he used the telekinesis, he probably would have killed Razor with the rupture damage, and they could have gotten out a little bit earlier. I think Bloodseeker probably could have made it out there, but the level 1 telekinesis, the time is really short, so it's. At least like every time, sometimes when I play Rubik, it's just like you pick them up, you want to toss them, and then like the input command doesn't go in fast enough or something. So pretty understandable. It has happened to me in the past. Although he has Arcane Supremacy. What is this? 16% on top of 0.8. I don't know what that is right now. It's too hard.
Digital Force. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Rubik steals Shadow Word, which is probably not the worst spell you could steal, right? Like, they're pretty low down here. You go for another Shadow Word, but Shadow Word costs a ton of mana these days.
Dire have fortified their towers.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling the impact of this Bristleback either. There's a lot of the big problem with Bristleback is he needs to win his lane, but he's up against this Slark who is happy to take these, like, you know, outmatch and outlast ganks. Stanky Danky's gonna get picked up at bot by a power shot, dominating on JC. This win range is paying off big, and she has a javelin now, so she can pretty much murder anyone with a focus fire now. Gonna get this tower bot for free for Google Cloud players. I don't think Dota Dust are really in a position to contest this right now. They spot out the Monkey King, but unclear how they're gonna get this kill. Oh, the range creep deny. God Game of Bob Ross is getting baited really hard for that. The Boundless Strike comes out with a crit. Rubik steals it. So 1.2 second stun for Rubik. It's not terrible, but it's not great either.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
I mean, Dota Dust, they lost all 3 of their lanes, so this game, I'm just not really seeing a way for them to come back. They don't have any, like, team fight to make bad fights go in their favor, they're trying to find pickups on this Razor, which I think is not a terrible idea. They get spotted out by the courier. The courier will die for its sins, so not the worst. I mean, that's 79 gold is a lot, right? Like, per player. Oh, Boundless. No, Primal Strike comes out. Boundless Strike as well. And the Shackle will finish off God-given Bob Ross. Mega kill on JC. Has the Javelin locked, so maybe going for a Basher. I could see that. You don't normally see Basher in range heroes, but on Wind Ranger, it's perfectly appropriate. She has more than enough attack speed to make the 10% proc chance work in her favor.
Regeneration.
Slark, well on his way to a Diffusal Blade. It's a little bit slow compared to like other games I've seen, but actually, is it? It does seem. I guess he went for like double Wraith Band plus treads, but he's still like second net worth. I don't know. This game is looking pretty close to impossible for Microsoft. They spot out the Wind Ranger. She uses nice Boundless Strike, but Shackle Shot onto the Bloodseeker. Was this the bait after all? JC wants it. Stanky Danky is in now. He does get the crit onto the Wind Ranger, but she will die. The Wukong command comes out now. Now Stanky Danky's going to die. Was that worth it? Stanky Danky did get the mega kill streak onto the Wind Ranger. Old Driver, he's gonna get down as well. Monkey King just on a mission to hunt down the enemy team. And this bounty rate's still here. No one spotted it out because it was nighttime. They take mid tower as well, it looks like. Yeah, Diablo takes it. Drum's gonna be completed now on Diablo. And Jakiro also in a ton of trouble now. It's gonna slowly watch Jakiro die here.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. Discharge your sword.
Alright. Deso gonna be the next item for Monkey King. Get that minus armor on the Boundless Strike. Alright. It's gonna be a Blink Dagger next for the Wind Ranger. Set up for some easier shackles. I mean, Slark, he's got his Diffusal Blade done. I think Bristleback needs to be careful once it happens. So the Slark probably needs to wait for the Cool Spray stacks to reset a bit. I think Bristle might be in a ton of trouble now. They face off a bit, so Bristle should have been able to see that Slark had a Diffusal Blade done. It's gonna go for a Silver Edge next. Gonna be able to break that Bristleback passive, and it'll be. Bristle will be really screwed if that happens. Wind Ranger's looking for the solo kill. This is the big place. He's not gonna spot out the Bristle there. Oh, actually finishing off the Maelstrom on Monkey King. Oh, the tree gets spotted out instantly, and Monkey could be potentially in a bit of trouble here. This Primal Spring was stolen, but the Wukong Timid's gonna come out now. The Ice Path's not gonna be in time. Does he have the lifesteal to take this? The Fateful finishes him off. Old Driver getting the kill onto the Monkey King here. Stanky Danky, he wasn't able to blink far enough away to get out of this Razor link. Blood rate comes down now, but they already used the Rupture onto the Monkey King. Looks like Bloodseeker is gonna die as well. Slark's showing up now to fight. He has a Van Brace. And so what started out like a good kill on the Monkey King, they didn't lose too much. They need to take a pretty decent chunk of damage from that Wukong's command, but just the rest of Google Cloud Play showing up at the outpost and wiping them. Crystal's gonna go for a Vanguard as his first item. We'll probably see him finish off a Crimson Guard. And it's a very good item against like Wind Ranger and Slark. And even this Monkey King, I'm pretty sure that Crimson Guard lowers the damage on the Monkey King ultimate monkeys. Oh, hang on. Smoke Pop, Stanky Danky gets instantly shackled, and he's taking a ton of damage from JC here. Ice Path will whiff, and Bristleback, he's is going to be in a lot of trouble. Takes a decent beating from Slarky. Should be okay. Monkey King's come back. Alright. Sitting in the trees, waiting for his moment.
Radiant's top
Blade Mail going to be completed next on the Razor, so it's going to be pretty hard for the PA to jump on top of him now, because if you get Blade Mail critted, it's pretty scary.
tower is under siege.
The Battle Fury is nowhere near complete yet for PA. She still needs 1,000 gold. Oh no, she doesn't even have the Perseverance yet? Oh my god, this is not good at all. This is not where you want to be as PA ever. Alright, Old Driver gives up his life to stop the static link, but a nice 2-man boundless strike from Monkey King here will net them the other 2 kills. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty close to a GG call at this point. There's still 2 towers to take at top. Slark is going to try and solo kill this Bristleback, and I gotta say, it's pretty possible. Pounds forward, Diffusal Blade now comes out, and Bristle, he's one of those heroes, if you, he's just gonna TP out of there before he gets all his mana burnt. But there's still these 2 towers to take at top lane, and then we'll probably see a Roche and then a high ground, and this game probably won't last too much longer after that. Oh, Monkey King, can he get this bounty rune in time? Oh, he's gonna get 2. It's pretty worth.
This will come in handy. Gold is a great
That was just such a huge influx of gold. Yeah, this it's approaching the 1k gold advantage per minute mark.
tower is being attacked.
BKB gonna be the next item for Monkey King, and they have no way to stop this Monkey King once he gets BKB. Like, oh, you rupture him? It's fine, he's just gonna Wukong's command. Nothing's going to happen to him in the Wukong's command. Oh, Razor. He's in pretty deep, he's alone, but they don't have any follow-up for him. They got cold feet. Stealing Plasma Field could be pretty big on Rubik. Oh, Slark with the Shadow Blade. Is he having a Rupture Teeth? There's nothing to cancel this TP. Bloodseeker is way too forward, didn't go for heals either. Diablo is just running in now. He's trying to force the Rupture out of seems and does finally pop, but Diablo doesn't care. I don't think he's gonna die either. Pops the Blade Mail. He's just gonna TP out of there. Oh, might actually gets blown up by Old Driver here. And Primal Spring solo now. But they get the Razor, they lose the Bristleback and the Bloodseeker, so very much not worth it for Microsoft here. Although actually, he came out pretty close in the gold graph, surprisingly. But even if you, there's like time you can't farm when you're dead, so that feels bad.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Oh, PA gets picked off solo by the Slark? That's even without the break. Once the break comes out, I have no idea how this PA is going to do anything. I don't think they have anything to stop Slark right now. I think this game is pretty much in the bag for Google Cloud players. DD next to the Roche. So just gonna go pick up Roshan real quick. Microsoft don't even know that this is happening. They have nothing on the map, right? They've just got this like little bit of vision here. They do see that there's an Obs ward. Do they want to? Wait, do they? I think it's just a observing bug. They don't. No, it's not there. Probably just give this. Nope. PA potentially might be in trouble here. The Pounce comes out. The Diffusal Blade as well, but Stekky Dekky should be able to blink. Oh, maybe. The Rupture comes out now. And the Ice Part to make sure that he can't TP, but he's... Oh, nice telekinesis. He doesn't throw him in any direction though. It looks like Slark is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's actually going to go down here. But that was a kill for the Kuro, not for the PA. It's very important now that you get the kill on your carries instead of your supports, because now AoE gold has been nerfed so much that it's more important to get the kill on the carry. Seems like Shakira is not long for this spot. Another static link comes out. Actually will survive for a little bit longer. Bristle showing up to scare off the Razor for a bit. They just lost Slark, so I guess they don't want to go on the feed train yet.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Took the ages. It was Monkey King, that makes sense. He's gonna go for an axe next. Very obnoxious item to go up against. And Windranger's going for an MKB. She just wants to kill the PA with by herself. I mean, any way she focus fires will be dead.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Alright, another Shadow Blade, a moving tree as well. Monkey King being a bit cheeky here. Shadow Blade on the slug. He gets spotted by the Obs Ward. He should know this is happening. Shadow Blade runs out. He's looking for the Jakiro. The pounce misses, but the Diffusal Blade. It's part. Stark. He might be in a bit of trouble here. He gets the Shadow Dance off at least. Can he get the? Oh, he doesn't get silenced. Oh, he's the Dark Pact anyway. But another round of Shadow Blade comes out. The Rupture comes out onto the Wind Ranger. So space created by JC there, because that was what Slark was waiting for. In the meantime, Monkey King just pushing top. It's a shame he didn't finish off the Deso earlier, because this push would have gone a lot faster. They don't have the fastest tower push without the focus fire here, but it's good enough. It doesn't seem like Microsoft are interested in fighting. The fort finally comes out. Will there be a counter fort? It seems like that's not going to be the case. Slark is still just being a nuisance at bot. He's just trying to make something happen. They know they can't really kill him without the Rupture. Oh, he knows he can't die without getting ruptured. Oh, gets lifted out of the Wukong's command, but he's still gonna get it off. The Golem comes down as well. Evidently he's in a lot of trouble. Bloodseeker, he tries to reflect this static link, but it's just Blade Mail City. Bristleback's going to be the first to fall. He bites back instantly, but the tower's already gone. The Rack's under a lot of pressure. Seems like it's going to go down. Maybe do they want to stay? Blood Right comes out again. Alright, they will be able to push them back for a little bit longer, but that was with only 3 heroes. They took the tower and got a ton of damage on the melee rack, so at least it will... At least it will regen. The Silver Edge is done on Slark, so he can solo kill the PA very easily now. I don't believe he can Phantom Strike out of it. Out of the pounce. Probably see Ags next. Oh no, Bristleback. He needs to be careful. He's gonna get spotted. He's gonna die back, I think. Slark is gonna go for the Silver Edge. Make sure he can't TP with the pounce. And a Shackle Shot for good measure. That's a dieback on the Bristleback, and he's down for a long time. Oh, Monkey King. They know he's there, but not gonna be able to catch up. Cut the right tree down. Diablo, he wants some action. He gets a big plasma field off and thrown back into the Blood Right. But in the meantime, a BKB Monkey King going ham. Oldrive is going to be the first to fall in this fight, and Jakiro doesn't seem like he's that much longer for the world here. Windrange is looking for a shackle, but there's nothing to latch to right now. Powershot's going to come out, it's doing a ton of damage. It's just the PA right now. They're going to be able to go for this Rex. They don't have any creeps for a little bit, so someone needs to go back and push the creeps in. Will come eventually, but that's a lot of time that elapsed. So a bit of a mistake from Google Cloud players there. 4 staff picked up by Rubik, so we'll be able to save his teammates from the pounce, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Hero went for a mech. That's pretty interesting. I don't think you see that one very often. But it doesn't seem like Bristleback is going to be able to build a mech this game. So I think it makes sense for Hero to go for it. Trying to buy some time. The Rupture comes out as well. Diablo's trying to trade health. They're just plain mailing each other. God Gamer Bobros almost dies to the Rupture. His own Rupture. That's when that happens, that's a bit of a clown fest. Maybe not seeing any 4 staffs, but that could have been a pretty cheeky play. Do they have 2 observer ones right next to each other? I guess this one's gonna expire soon. There's a lot of wards in this area. Alright, MKB is done on the Wind Ranger. This is a very farm position for a Wind Ranger. Actually overtaking everyone on the entire team. Warlock is also about to overtake everyone on the entire enemy team. So yeah, it's a testament of how far behind the PA with the 30-minute Battle Fury, it seems. It's only just completed it. Meantime, mid lane. Diablo taking a lot of damage here. Up the Blade Veil. The Golem comes down. It seems like the Golem's probably gonna die here to the Quill Sprays. It's a bit of a wasted Golem. Monkey King raining in on his cloud.
Keep murdering.
Oh, solo kill onto the PA. And that, yeah, that's not good at all, because you know, you work so hard to farm this battle for you just get insecured by this Slark. Slark is over double their net worth. I think Microsoft probably should have GG'd a while ago, but it seems like this is like an elimination match. This isn't the elimination match, but you know, you gotta play till the end, I guess. Maybe they're like spending some time talking about game 2, because there's really no way for them to get back into this game. Slark is gonna miss, but it doesn't matter. Best Path is gonna get Dark Pacted off, and it seems like God Gamer Bob Ross, he's gonna die to the power shot. Might see one of those situations where Dota Dust, they get a kill and then they GG, but who can they actually kill here? I mean, Razor is in super deep, but he's got 105 stolen damage, not for much longer. Reflected Dagger. But the Wukong's command comes out now. A stolen Wukong command from Rubik. This is really going to lag my PC. Diablo's in a lot of trouble, but it seems like Rubik's going to be the first to fall here. And can they get any kills at all? Stinky Dinky getting blown up by this Focus Fire. And Bristleback's dead as well. Looks like they're not going to be able to end this game with another kill. GG is finally called. And Google Cloud players showing why they're probably the 4th seed. Dominating this game 1. And I mean, hopefully Donados can have a better showing in game number 2, but I don't know. I feel like the skill gap is probably so big that like it's probably going to be another stump, if I might be honest.